All right, what is up, guys? It's your man MP, and we're coming with the first chill um, podcast, if you will. And now you're gonna notice some stuff a little different on this one, and we're gonna kind of explain why that is and how this is gonna come about. Um, it's been a wild ride the past few months, especially the last 6 months and stuff, and we're gonna take a curve in a different direction. And we're gonna sit and for this first episode, we're gonna talk about it. What we want Chill to become is a chill podcast, a chill stream, chill interviews of people in the Madden community that want to be recognized for who they are. This is not going to be one of those podcasts where we call people out, where we have people bicker, where we ask them questions that make them feel uncomfortable. This is going to be just kind of a chill, laid back, tell me about your story, what's going on in the Madden community that we want to do, kind of vibe. That's the direction that MP is going to go. Now, I did tweet out today, actually, about rebranding. Um, it's been brought to my attention by a few people in the higher ups that I should try to rebrand and come into something new. And I might do it. I might not. I might just totally swing in a different direction of my content. And I think that's what people are missing is I'm not the same MP. I'm not the same Madden's players that I was when I started. Not because the game is different or anything like that. It's just my intentions are different. Um, to put it in a way you guys would understand, if if you're traveling down the street and you see a burning building on fire, right, and people are already there helping and stuff, you're not really going to go inside to help because you don't have any reason or intent to go inside or anything, unless you do, I guess. But now, let's say you're traveling down the road and you see a building on fire, and you see someone in it that you know, your wife's in it, your kids in it, your girl's in it. Um, you're more inclined to want to jump in that building and go get them and save them. And nothing's different. The building's still on fire, but your intent changes. The will changes, and that's kind of what's kind of happened to me over the years. Is Madden saved my life a long time ago. It was there for me when I needed it, and now that I have a career and a job, it's kind of hard for me to balance the two and be as good as I was, especially with content creating being as big as it is now. Um, and that's the realm that I'm falling out of. And when we go to rebrand and we redo ourselves and we reach out, I want to know. There's really going to be no more hardcore Twitter battles with people or anything like that. Like, if you don't like me, you don't like me. If you don't follow me, you don't follow me. Um, that's up to you. The people that we're gonna want to reach out to is more of like the younger coming into generation, having fun with the game or whatever. I'm still gonna try and compete. I'm still gonna try to be in there. I'm not walking away from the game by any means or anything like that. But the intent of playing the game has changed for me. I don't sit here for 18 hours a day trying to figure out a scheme that I'm gonna sell to you guys to make millions, hundreds and thousands of dollars because it's not my career. There are people out there in the community that you can get that from already. Obviously, you got Mudhead that's got their own stuff. You got Zan that's got their own stuff. You got God, what others? Like any community out there has something for you. Jokes community's got it. Um, it's elite. The elite people have it. 818s have it. Like if you just want to learn how to be a Madden pro, there's so many tools out there you can be it. No one's gonna turn to Madden's place and be like, you know what, I'm gonna be just like him and I'll make it because the game isn't the same that it was when I played. When I was at the top of my game, when I was in these major tournaments that you see, you know what I mean. I, that was my time. That was when I did it 16 hours a day, paying rent, go to tournaments and stuff, trying to take home a few thousand. My career earnings probably in the whole time I've started competitive to play Madden is like 25 grand. You can make that in like 1 week now. You know what I mean? You make that in one tournament. I mean, that's just me going around hustling. Back when I sold ebooks myself, back when I played in little tournaments, I mean, 25 grand. So like, when people complain about how much the game is or whatever, I mean, I'm okay with spending the money on the game and enjoying it because I've already made enough where it's okay. It was a good enough time for me. We'll kind of get into how I started. You guys already know why I wanted to start content creating. IMAV is one of the first people in the world that I thought, wow, people actually watch this and want to learn. So obviously that's where I got from. But I never thought it'd be big. And when I put up one of my first videos, it blew up back then. It's like 1,000 views or something crazy like that. It's on my YouTube. I pretty much only talked about like passing control or something. One of the features that came out, and I don't know, the catchy title maybe caught it or whatever. But my aim wasn't to be a content creator or make anything from it. It was to take the average person that wanted to play the game and win, show them how to win and have fun. That was always the goal when I started. And I won't lie, throughout time it changed. Like we had months where if I didn't play in tournaments, we didn't eat. I went, I went no lie, I went like 2 weeks with only eating a, an energy bar and water and stuff just so my family could eat because we had to get diapers and we had to get all this stuff. We were young, you know what I mean, and stuff. And at the time, when I first got introduced to how good I was in Madden, we lived in Texas. I worked for a company called GRI, Gil Reaper Graphics. Um, and it was a good job to have so I can go to school and everything like that. But it was slow. Like it was printing. It was a printing place. You print construction plans to businesses, and it was low key. It wasn't like FedEx, Kinkos, stuff, like where you were good. It was like if people didn't constructions didn't make money that month, you didn't make money. I maybe sometimes I would work, no lie, I'd work like 15 hours a week, and I still had to pay, a rent, in Houston and stuff like that. So what ended up happening, the way we started getting good at Madden is honestly, it was a slow day. We brought in our PS3 at the time, and we just started playing. We played it one of our coworkers um, when it was slow, and he would beat me here or there or whatever. But the competitive side of me wanted to get better. So I just practiced every single day. I brought that damn thing in like every day. So it was slow. I would just play on. I'd play online. I'd play the computer. I'd try different stuff to the point where he could never beat me. He went through broken controllers and stuff like that. We were still boys after. I mean, it's just competitive nature. You break controllers, punch walls. You want to win. And I got so good where he told me that I was a glitchy player. A term at the time that I was young. I was like, glitch? No, I don't glitch. I play fair, man. You just gotta learn to tackle, learn this. Looking back at it now, I'm 34. I was glitchy. I was one of those people that like I knew if you ran left, I knew if you ran right, that was gonna work. I knew in CJ11 if you ran with him, you weren't gonna catch me if you had stick skill. I knew where to throw it up. I knew how to do all the stuff because I practiced it all the time. I went home and practiced it all the time. Stayed up all night, trying to do it. Found out about the I-10 tournaments, and anyone in the Houston area remembers those. I don't know if they still do them or not, but we would show up and we would win a few of those. Now I wasn't Madden's players back then. I was DC. It was DCA JWA. It was my wife's initials and mine, and everyone called me DC. So if you ever remember a guy named DC out in Houston, that was me. Um, I did that for a few years. Ended up winning enough money, um, because that's back when Virgin Gaming first started before they did their major tournament. I was winning tons of money. Let's put it that way, tons of money. I made enough to finally where I left my job. I got my degree. I left my job. I packed up me and my kid and told the wife I'm gonna find a job, back in SoCal. That's where my world was. That's where I grew up. So we went back to SoCal. I went with my son to SoCal and stuff in a big old moving truck and everything. He had to be like 3.5 at the time or whatever, right? And I'm like, I feel like it's out here. So I come out here, um, and I get a job in Vegas the first day I'm out here, right? First day we work on the Cosmopolitan, stuff like that. So anyway, so bring out my console, living with my uncle and my aunt at the time, just trying to get by, right? Start hearing about some local tournaments, some underground tournaments. Come across Madden Underground. Um, find out there's tournaments in LA and online, and this is when online tournaments started being possible, right? You were able to actually finally get to online tournaments and stuff. But we'd go to the underground ones with Brian and stuff, and we'd win a few of those. Again, I was going by the name of DC at the time, so again, Madden's players wasn't prevalent. Then we ended up getting a job at the Venetian, so I finally feel a little more secure. Send my wife over to find a place or whatever, and then that's when we came across the GuideMan videos. I was like, wait, what? I can do all this? I can make like edit videos and make money off this? No way, right? IMAV didn't go to tournaments. He had a mastermind crew, but he wasn't he wasn't he wasn't the man playing it, but he had people that would go. So, little hidden gem in here. I actually always wanted to meet IMAV. I was just like a kid, like a little kid in a candy store, right? He was everything that I thought was cool. He did everything right. He was nice online. He put God first and family and everything. He did everything right, and I liked it. And that's what I wanted to portray. So we got, an iPhone at the time, recorded our videos, put them up, blew up a little bit, changed my name to Madden's Players because I played the game of Madden and I was a player. That's where the name came from, with Madden's Players, and I wanted to get people involved and saying, you can make money doing this too. Here's how you play. Here's what I do. Here's what you read. Here's what your opponent is going to do. I played enough games where I know. I was always in top 100, and that's where Shocker came in and saw me. And, we all know the Shocker 360 story, so I'm not going to go into it because we're not putting out any negativity anymore. So we all know what happened there. So yeah, that's pretty much how I started. But like I said, this game saved my life. Where when I was in Houston, I wasn't doing good. I was almost pretty much living on the streets. Would go weeks without eating. Thought about ending my life. Stuff like that. Long time ago. I don't think of that anymore or anything like that. But I mean, that's why I say when Madden saved my life, that's what it did. That's how we got started, and then we started going up, getting into really high competitive modes. We ended up making the Virgin Gaming Finals in Vegas, but because I worked at the Venetian, I wasn't allowed to participate in the tournament. So they gave me a staff pass, which I do have. I think it's actually on my Twitter somewhere. Might be on my Facebook. I don't remember when I posted it. This was like 2011 or 12 or whatever it was. So I went back, and it was dope, man. Like, I don't think y'all get this. I remember trying to explain this to Civ, who's a good commentator, good guy, good competitor. You guys don't get how it was, man. We would go to these tournaments, underground or not, and we'd be in the back, man, putting 20s on tables, hundreds, 50s, whatever, just playing games, talking shit, knocking controllers out of hands. We were young, man. Like, it was fun, right? And stuff. And people knew a line to draw. There was a line and stuff. Most of us knew that line. Some of us didn't. I won't name any names, but some of us didn't. But that was a golden era of Madden. Was back then. But we got older. We wanted to do more things. We had to juggle being competitive and still trying to play Madden, raise a family, and stuff like that. So that's when I started getting into leagues. Leagues came around, I want to say 14, Madden 14, 13 to 14, one of those. And I thought the concept was kind of cool. I was like, oh, cool, I can get like 30 people and kind of organize a league. It seems kind of fun. I joined a few leagues, didn't like how they were ran. I thought they were ran horribly. Friends were letting friends win, stuff like that. So I started Elite Gaming Gods, a website where you could go play tournaments, but you could play in high level leagues. And that is how I got introduced to TD Barrett, as well as UG Smooth was in the league too. And TD Barrett was obviously really good. He ran the table. He was young at the time. I think he was in high school when he was in my league. He was still good. He ran the table, did his thing, whatever. And now he's a big, huge superstar who doesn't talk to me anymore. But anyways, so we ran leagues for like 5 years. So from like 2014, 15, all the way up to pretty much the newest Madden. We ran leagues. We jumped from PlayStation over to Xbox. I ran one of the best leagues known to man. We went from Elite Gaming Gods. We changed it to MP Elite when we ran the league. Because pretty much it was the Madden Players Elite League. I made it where you could be some Joe Schmo off the street that's wanted to play, to whether you were one of the best in the world and wanted to play for money. I was able to combine the two. And the only other person that's ever ran a league, to my knowledge, is two people that I like. One of them runs a PlayStation League. It's called Madden Grand Championships or Madden Grand Series. Madden Grand Championship Series. You can find him on Facebook. He runs the PlayStation 1. Very high level, very old school text messages instead of games. He gives Super Bowl rings out. We never officially made it. We made it to the Super Bowl almost every season besides one when we were there, but we lost amazingly. His son is an outstanding player and beats me all the time and stuff. And I told him, you should, when you turn of age, you can look into it. Someone who's in a big Kep stream now won a Super Bowl, came over once he won Super Bowl. He had a great time. The other person that runs a good league is, again, Madden Underground. He runs a money league. He's the only one that I know out of all the money leagues that I've ever been in that has ran it successfully and paid the winner every time and doesn't look to profit. He just wants to have a good time. They do shows now. Shout out to Brian James. If you ever want me to get on the podcast, just let me know. One of the successful people that comes out of Madden Underground would be Snipes, I believe. He does his own commentating off of Underground as well now, but go check them out, man. Madden Underground, they do a lot of stuff. I don't talk to them as much, again, because I'm really busy. I stepped out of the league side of it this past year and a half. But if you were looking for a legit money league, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox, that's one for sure. So now we get up to date to where I am. We ran. So here's the thing, that when we moved to Vegas and after the Virgin Gaming and we got a legit job, we got with the district and stuff, and we do, I got a pretty good steady job out here. We ran, how do I put this? We ran underground tournaments that were fun. I don't know how to explain it other than that. We would go to them. I would run them, and then just recently UG Smooth took over, just because he knows a lot more people now than I do from the underground scene, and so he runs them. And then that's how we ran into what the crap is the King, and his brother, the Freak. We ran tournaments with them. Unbelievable players. I've had the pleasure now of playing both of them. Actually, I take that back. Me and the Freak have never played, so we're gonna have to lock that up one time, buddy. Me and the King have played once, and I held my own. It was Madden 20 when he had his little scheme that honestly we stole from him, and I think I ran it better. Just saying. But anyways, we locked up. He beat me like 14-7 in an online tournament. And his accomplishment speaks for himself. He's been winning tournaments after tournaments, monies after monies, and stuff like that. So that's the positive side I like to see. And I did stream during that time. Now here's why I didn't really care too much about my streaming success between 2015 or 14 through the past few years, because I was never aiming to make money off of it. I would aim to kind of view stuff back then, shit, in like 14, 15, unless you were partnered and streamed and it was your job, you never made money, right? So anything that came from it, I just wanted to create a happy place for people to come and enjoy themselves and have fun. The minute the affiliate side started, I was like, well, maybe I can make some money. I get a lot of views. When I say a lot, people are like, you don't get that many views. When I get 15 on the channel, I'm like, that's a lot to me, okay? Like 15 people are taking the time to sit and watch me play a video game. It's pretty amazing when that happens. So anyways, that took off, and I was like, oh, cool, I can maybe make some money, run a league for free, do stuff like that, and all that. And I'll be real, streaming really wasn't for me. I didn't have the setup. I didn't have the stuff. I tried to be ghetto with it, plug in some headphones, play like, from the console, have a little circle around my name. Like I tried everything that you could when the 4 came out and stuff to get it up. And when they announced, affiliate, I had a surgery at the time when I made it. I got it announced. I heard after, and I was like, so what did I do? I tried streaming from the couch. I tried getting in to communities that would help me with my numbers and stuff. And I was just trying to get my name out there. I came across people like Tiger Origins. I was like, this kid is like 15 and he gets so many people and he just plays people for coins or whatever and stuff. And he wasn't I wouldn't say he wasn't horrible at the game, but he wasn't like very good. Like he wasn't in major tournaments or anything. He just played in his free time and enjoyed it and stuff. And regardless of what you thought of his personality, he did a pretty good job at making money off of it. And so I was like, well, maybe I can earn some money, not for rent, not for anything like that. I had a stable job, but maybe I could run something where younger generations could play in these tournaments or stuff, and I could pay them because you couldn't make sanctioned tournaments for people under 16 at the time. So I was like, well, maybe I can be that for someone. So that's what we tried for a while. Didn't work out. So then when I started running these tournaments, I met the King and the Freak, even Carl, Mackenzie, and stuff like that. They started mentioning about how you could do it in Ultimate Team, and I was like, I don't really want to do it in Ultimate Team. I don't like that mode. I did like it when it first came out and you had contracts and stuff because you had to be strategic and stuff, and you got more if you won, but you had to actually be good at the game. And then it turned into whoever had the most money at the time, and if you could buy upgrades, and it just started getting out of hand. I didn't know how to play. I'll be honest with you guys. I honestly didn't know how to upgrade. I honestly didn't know what cards meant. I didn't know shit. I just played. So last year, wasn't really last year. It was Madden 19. The end. I wouldn't say the end of 19. I'd say more the end of 20. Because 19 I played but that's when I didn't understand shit. Like I didn't know what to do. Madden 20 comes out. I start asking people how to play. No one really gives me an answer. And then I start seeing Mudhead do their series and stuff, and I'm like, I need to learn this. Like, what upgrades? What are these? Like, what's a power up? Like, I don't understand this shit. So I start finally understanding what a power up is and what stuff is, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually not that bad. So we line up and we go for the LCQ near the end of the Madden 20, and that's when I developed the King scheme. I was like, I'm pretty good. I'm really good with my stick skill. If you ever watch me, I am pretty decent on my stick skill. I know I say I'm the best or whatever and stuff. I'm not the best, but I would say I could grab a handful of guys. I'm probably out of the whole community, top 20. I think that's what I think personally. I think I'm top 10, but I don't have enough time, enough platform, enough people to see and view me to be in that capacity to put myself there. And I would be discrediting a lot of people. So we'll say top 20 to appease people. Anyways, we missed LCQ in Madden 20 by one spot, 1 or 2 spots. But again, I didn't understand fully a lot of stuff or anything. I was just literally running with the quarterback trying to get in and stuff. And then I'm pretty good on defense with my user, which if you've ever played me, you know that I'm really good as my middle linebacker. I'm all over the field. So anyways, Madden 21 comes out. I tell the people that follow me, we're not doing leagues this year. I am going to legit give this a shot. I am going to really try to make it and stuff. And we have another surgery. We have another surgery. It was in September. And I just remember like, man, I'll be home. I'll be waking up all groggy. And the people that remember that journey, I would literally, and this is insane to talk about. I was in surgery. I would come home, right? I was laid up in the cast, whatever, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and make it. I'm gonna stream every day. I'm gonna do whatever. We're gonna do this. So I would take my pain pill or whatever. Wake up, have my headset on, have my mic on, and stuff, and stream, and just did it every single day, trying to make the club series. It was relentless. It was hard and stuff, and our viewership went from literally like 2 people to literally like 7. Like, I know it's not a lot, but I was like, hey, people are watching and stuff. And then all of a sudden, when we didn't make clubs, which I think it was November or whatever when they closed it, I want to say, and stuff, and we didn't make it, I had a lot of hate in my heart because I felt I did enough. I felt I was in the, I think I was ranked inside the top 200 at the time. I don't remember, like 220 or whatever. But I was like, that should be enough to make it. I calculated it out, whatever, and I felt that I made it. When the bracket came out, the final one, not the one that ranked me in the 16, the final one came out. My name wasn't on it, and I went through like a downward spiral. Right, I went down just way down. Right, I was wanting to give up. I was like, this ain't working. I can't. No one cares to watch me. No one, whatever. And then J Dub comes along and was like, you just one sub, dog. That's it. One sub. You can do better than one sub. Tweets me out, says next time I will sub to you. And many people have told me this. Many people in the community have always told me they'll sub to me. He was the only one that ever did. That first came, started the trend. He came in, he subbed, tweeted me out, was like, good luck. Let me take that back real quick. Joke tweeted me out probably 2 weeks to 3 weeks prior saying that he would help me get people, he would try to help me. And I bring this up because here's the thing is people align it with you're either a content creator or you're really good at the game. It's hard to do both and stuff. And that's where I didn't know where to draw the line. Maybe Joke was watching me or seeing my clips. He follows me on Twitter. Me and Joke have actually known each other a long time in the community and stuff. I mean, we didn't talk every day or anything, but we know who each other is what I'm saying. So anyways, tries to trick me out, tries to get people in. It doesn't work. So I was like, well, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's not meant to be and stuff. And that's when we tweeted out one sub. Just give me one sub. And literally it was in the month of December. It was right before December when this happened. I said, I'm going to give it to the end of the year. And MP Talks, the first episode of this series, this is still going to be MP Talks. This is just the chill version. I talk about, okay, I'm going to leave the platform. I'm going to try YouTube or Facebook. Like, if no one's watching me, why do I want to spend all the time? And at the time, I was doing 80 plus hours of streaming. So I was like, I was doing the work. It's not like I was doing 1 hour and be like, oh, no one's watching me. I was putting in work. I was doing it and stuff. I was doing the videos and all that stuff. So, anyways, J Dub comes and hits the sub button. He probably wakes up from his nap or whatever because I streamed late that night. It was like 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and he does coffee streams in the morning. So I was like, there's no way he's coming. He comes in, boom, hits the sub, says, good luck, buddy, good luck. Boom, tweets it out, whatever. I'll never forget the next 2 weeks, we went from his sub all the way up to like 11. All of a sudden, people started watching me and stuff, started seeing how fun I was. And the content that I created was fun. I wasn't creating controversial content. I wasn't attacking people. I wasn't going on. I was just playing Madden, the game I love, trying to compete and beat the guy on the screen and stuff. I wasn't trying to Twitter battle. I wasn't trying to, Twitter beef or say I hate someone else that streams. I was literally focused on streaming, and people came in, and I was like, man, I would really love to do Madden Live. Like, I thought of Madden Live as like a gold standard at that point to get viewers, right? I was like, man, a lot of these viewers, people on there are very positive and stuff and do things in the community, whether they're positive afterwards or not. During the stream, they're positive, right? They're not doing a thing. So I tweeted at Ops at the time and stuff. I was like, man, I'd really like to be on Madden Live. What do I got to do? They wrote me and said, hey, just keep doing it. We'll check you out or whatever. Got an email from them basically saying who to contact. Contacted them. Got mentioned in a Good Morning Madden stream. Fenler's the one who pointed it out. I missed the stream because, again, I was recovering from surgery. I was really tired. It was just a lot of factors at the time that a lot of people didn't know. I was very heavily sedated most of the times. I was streaming like with my eyes barely open. I was just trying to do a lot to make it. So anyways, he mentioned my name. I was like, oh, good, I'm on the right path. let's create more content. Let's hammer this content out, right? So then the Derwin versus James comes up, and I try to catch him every morning. I was trying to find a job also at the same time because we moved from Nevada to Cali to help my kids get a better education. Um, so anyway, so we're there, and I remember going to a job interview. It was a testing for an interview, and I'm watching Good Morning Matt on my phone, like before the what do you want to call it, before the test comes up, and I see it mentioned, hey, submit a video saying why you want to play Derwin James, man. I was like, I could do that, like, and he goes in the video, he says these are things we're looking for. Mention people he's played, mention why you beat him, and say you challenge him. So we did all that. You guys seen the video? It I don't want to say it went viral because it didn't go viral, but like we streamed the next week and our view count went from 7 to 10 to about 20 to 30. And I was starting to get people that were like, man, I love your streams. Man, I love this. Man, you're amazing. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, you guys were never even here before. Like, I know who was here before. Like, I know who likes me and stuff. Like, what are you doing? And stuff. Like, what? So I was trying to get the Derwin game because I wanted the more viewers. I wanted the more attention, the more subs. I got sucked in, man. I won't lie to you guys. I wanted the fucking attention. I tagged people. I tagged him. I was trying to get the game and stuff. I didn't care about the money. I just wanted the views. I wanted people to see me play. I was good, right? I still feel like I could have beat Derwin James. So, anyways, here comes the downfall, right? Here comes the downfall part. It clearly never happens. And stuff. My view count and all my sub stuff goes down and stuff. And I was like, well, that was a fun adventure. That was crazy. I start getting bitter because no one's coming in. We got our loyals that come in, people that I've met. So I was like, you know what? There's something that I noticed a trend on someone else's stream where they couldn't stream as much and their sub count dropped to half. And I was trying to figure out, well, why did his drop to half? He's a good person. He's a good streamer. And this person mentioned that he couldn't go to everyone's stream and say hi. So I was like, that's what it is. That's what we need to do in the community. Yeah, go see your top streamers or whatever, but don't forget about the little guys. Like, I can't be complaining that no one comes and sees me if I don't see them, if I don't tweet them out, if I don't hashtag, Madden 21, check this guy out, positivity. Let's get it going. Because, I would go to a lot of streams, and there's one thing to be negative about the game. There's nothing to be negative in person. So, like, I'd find these streamers at night, in the morning, I'd be in their chat just chilling. But I took it to a further extent. I wanted them to know that, hey, man, I enjoy your stream. I enjoy your content. I don't have to sub to you to tell you that and stuff. I just, I tagged them in the post. I tweeted them out. I wanted them to get the viewerships. I wanted them to grow from 5 viewers to 20. Like, none of those people care to make $1 million. They just wanted to be seen. So then we went through this roller coaster. People would come in, they'd say how much they love me, they'd exit, they'd go up and down, right? So I was feeling pretty good and stuff. And we did the infamous interview everyone knows about with Kelly Swag and stuff. And I said a lot of things. I had a lot of passion. And here's the thing that gets mixed up with people is it's good to have a lot of passion. It's good to be fired up about something because it means you care, man. It means you care. I said a lot of things in that interview that, I'll be honest and 100% real. I was wanting to say it just to get on people's nerves. I thought that, hey, maybe this is the route that people want. People go to watch and want to watch me go off on people. That's just tell them how I really feel and stuff, So we went off. The interview's up there. It's a good interview and stuff. It was good because, I had to be, apparently, because the next day, even though I had mixed emotions, I hit the stream button. We went from 10 subs to 21 in a day. Like, people loved the interview because I was real about it, right? I was being controversial. I was just, trying to put some light, to the situation. Like, hey, EA was gonna feature me, and then they didn't. Like, what the fuck? Why? Excuse me. Why did they feature this group? or this person, like what happened to them, what about me, and stuff. And it got misconstrued because in and stuff, and I didn't know how to feel about it. I said a lot of bad things about people afterwards and got me blocked or whatever, and that's up to them. I don't really care about that stuff anymore. That's in the past. But what I think got missed is, and it's very noticeable nowadays, is, and even Vose, I think, saw this one time. There's so many communities in Madden. You have like a top tier, a medium tier, a bottom tier, whatever. You have those that want to stream to be content creators only. You got those that just want to be competitive. You got those that just want to be fun. You got those that stream CFM. You got those or whatever. But EA only cares about, or at least it seems to me, only cares about two of those really: the competitive side and the content creator. Um, that when I say content creator, I don't mean a person that's only streaming a few hours a day, doing it for their hobby and having fun. I mean like content creator to the level where they're making enough money where when they put you on Madden Live, you know, they're gonna revenue in and stuff. And I was more saying, why don't you feature other people other than people that other than what everyone already knows? You know what I mean? Like think of your network TV shows like ABC. Let's just use ABC as an example. All right, ABC has one of the longest network shows called Grey's Anatomy. Right, everyone knows what Grey's Anatomy is or whatever, but that doesn't mean they only feature people on Grey's Anatomy. That show, right? They feature other shows, other people, give other people chances to be on their network to see what they draw in. Why not do that in the community? Why not give Joe Smo an opportunity and see what he draws in? Maybe help the little guy to help the bigger guys. You know what I mean? And stuff. And there are really huge guys that deserve a chance to go on EA. For example, Dubby is very well known in the community. He's pretty much the face of a content creator of Madden. He makes it fun. You want to watch his stuff. He has bot wars and stuff. He is a very entertaining streamer. Why not bring him on EA for a bit and talk about a few things or listen to him or his ideas? There was a time back in the day, back in my era and stuff, where W was fucking like the man. He was just fun, right? And it's like now it's like you either get shunned if you talk, or stuff, and it's amazing where it's almost like we don't know the direction they're going. Um, there is RG in the community now with EA, which has been a plus because it seems like he listens to us, he voices it and stuff. Because RG was a competitive player, he learned, he played in tournaments, he sees us. He isn't a content creator or anything, but he sees the competitive side and hears our voice. So anyways, I told you I got a lot on the mind, right? Um, so it's like going forward, like what are they trying to promote? Do they only want people that have 40 plus viewers to get on there? Do they only want certain people of a community in there? Like, what do they want? Is it open? Like, because if I'm coming up and I'm one of the kids that come up, in the game, and I see those people that are on Madden Live, like, do I strive to be one of them, or can I do my own thing? Like, how do I get on there? Like, what is the next step? You know what I mean? Because back when we did it, back in my day, I was just from the competitive community. I just wanted to be good at the game, and I wanted to bring in the crowd that thought they couldn't be good and show them, yes, you can be good. I don't care how old you are, how much you play the game, old head, new head, whatever. So anyways, going forward with my content, what I want to do, how I want to rebrand my name, whether I keep Madden's players or whether we go another route. Um, I want to draw in people that enjoy the game and just have fun. I don't want to spew hate. Now, when we're playing the game, I'm gonna hate the fuck out of my opponent. I'm gonna want you to lose. I want you to get interceptions and fumbles. I'm gonna, like whatever. But like on Twitter, I don't want to have a Twitter war with anyone. I don't want to like go to a fucking tournament and be like fighting people like for real. Like I want people. Let me put it this way: one of my favorite, favorite streamers of all time, and he doesn't get enough credit for what he did during the time, is Scott Cole. And I say that because he was able at a certain time to play the game of Madden bring an audience in and make them feel a part of the game and stuff. Like he had different levels where if you were a sub, and he did this right. This was 100% correct. If you were a sub, you would earn points and stuff, and then you could make a player, and he would play simulation. He would bring it in, but he would do it in a family fun environment where you could be a 13-year-old or whatever and just have fun, or you can be a 40-year-old and just have fun. And that's the content that I've always wanted to aim for and stuff. Recently, we tried to go controversial. We tried to be up in your face. We tried to do all that stuff. It didn't work. MP is not that kind of person. I just like to have fun. I like to goof around. I like to sing around to songs. You could hear Britney Spears in my thing. You could hear Tupac. You could hear, you know what I mean? That's just me. I'm a variety person. Um, I will always and forever play Madden. Madden will always be my game of choice. I don't care how old I get, how bad the game gets. If Madden somehow switches from EA to another person down the line, I'm always going to be a Madden person until the game dies. That's just who I am. You might see me play MLB coming up, as I don't know. I feel like I play that game for like the first month, but normally I will always play Madden and stuff. So this is pretty much the chill stream episode 1. We talked about 40 minutes. A lot of the other chill streams, a lot of the other sitbacks and stuff will have different layouts. It won't just be me with this weird helmet and stuff. It'll have different backgrounds. It'll be different. If people want to get interviewed and you want your story out there and where you came from and what you want to do, even if you're not a Madden streamer, I prefer that you stream Madden, but even if you're not a Madden streamer or the Madden community, we can hang out, we can talk, get to know each other and stuff. I don't care if you have 1 view or 5,000, doesn't matter. Everyone's got a story, a voice they want to tell themselves. Hit me up, get on this chill podcast. I'll have another podcast probably next week, depending how this weekend goes. I don't know. I never know what I want to talk about next, so it depends what happens. It might be a talk about golden tickets. How I feel how EA does them. I would feel, I don't know. I have a certain feeling about how that goes, but I would feel it's kind of a waste to get 3K at the end of the season. You know what I mean? But anyways, but the vibe for these are just chill, sit back. This one was more about the history of MP, the story of MP, and what I wanted to do when I was starting and where I want to go now. A lot of our streams are going to be more tame. I won't be up on a mic going crazy sometimes. Sometimes I'll stream from this Airbnb that I'm at. Sometimes it'll just be a console stream. Sometimes I may not stream for a week. Again, this is a hobby. I don't look to make millions of dollars. I'm not looking to make this a career. This is just something I want to do for fun and give back to the community. One thing I will say before I get off, any money made in this will 100% go back to the community, whether it be me just all of a sudden giving 20 subs to someone, or if I run a tournament for free to give it away. Again, like I said, there's a lot of people in this community and stuff, a lot, not just one person. We're not like attacking anyone that only stream this for money, that only think of this as a money venture, which it is. Like, you can make a career out of this. Obviously you can. That is not the intent of MP. That is not the intent I ever want to put out. We just want to have fun. That's it. This is my hobby. I love my job. I'm an IT guru. I love going and helping people and stuff. If I ever venture into content creation as a career, which highly unlikely, then great. But that is not the intent. We're just gonna have fun, see where it goes. So if you want that content, hit the sub button on this YouTube channel. And please, man, hit that like button. Hit that like button right there. And give us a sub. We might be streaming today, might not. Our streams will pretty much be Saturday and Sunday mornings until the summer. In the summer, we will get into 8 to 10 hour a day streams because I'm off during that time. Y'all be safe. This is MP, and that's it. We out, man.